Last orders, rush to the bar. We've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there. Friday night, Saturday night, whatever night it is. Oh, goodness me, it's 11:15, let's get to the bar. What's the rush? Because we need the alcohol, don't we? Now, what's all that about? Is that a culture thing, or is it an addiction thing, or is it a need thing, or is it because you want the party to go on longer? Nowhere else do you see this rush to the bar. Nowhere I've been abroad, or I've travelled quite a bit in Europe, I've never ever seen people rush to the bar. There's no rush to get anywhere. There's no last orders. But you see, when there's a drink, yeah, there's nobody left in the bar, and it's all very, very controlled and very social. Here's a nightmare. I mean, I was in the police in London, and obviously we used to call it, finishing time, chucking out time, whatever you want to call it. It was a nightmare in the streets. 11 o'clock midnight, or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock when the clips came out. People were so hammered, but we still rush to the bar for last orders, don't we? Any little town, any sort of rural village, last orders, you've got to rush for the bar. Have you ever rushed for anything else? You don't rush for a loaf of bread, do you? Or a pint of milk. You just get one from somewhere else, there's none left. It's like this mad panic. You go to a bar, a busy bar, and people are actually pushing and shoving to get to the bar, and they're fighting that people, leaning over with their £20 notes, waving them in the air, hoping that some weary, absolutely shattered member of the bar staff will serve them, who doesn't even know who's next. Who's next? What's all that about? It's just it's a mad dash, isn't it? To get a pint of overpriced liquid, which is attractively packaged poison, really, isn't it? I mean, why are we doing that? Why do people do it? Just take it easy. I wish I had. I've been there. Don't get me wrong, I'm trying to educate people. I'm trying to educate them. Try to advise them not to do it, because it will kill you in the end. But, there's nothing else that I know where people rush to get a hold of, because it will cause you damage as well, And this is what causes a lot of public order problems, isn't it? People at the bar, get out of my way, you bumped me, you got served first. It's all a hassle, isn't it? Just to get that extra drink. And I used to drink with a couple of people who used to get 3 and 4 drinks at 11 o'clock, or 10 to 11, quarter to 11, and sit until they were more or less thrown out of the pub, It's mad, isn't it? The whole culture of drinking in the UK. And it doesn't do anybody any good. And then you get people who have lock-ins and close the curtains, and the police get involved and all that carry on. What a nightmare. And it's all because of this alcohol, the poison I talk about in the videos. And it's not something you're rushing for that's good. I don't know if anybody can come up with anything else that we actively rush for. And I was panicking, but oh God, look at the time to buy. Oh God, it's going to be 5 o'clock, the shop's going to close, we must get some fish or whatever. I can't think of anything at the moment, but do you get my point? Why are you in such a mad dash and so panicky about getting this drink in before the bar closes? Why is it even closed? Because public order, because we drink too much, especially in the UK. It's one of these things where I still can't get my head around why people have this mad dash. And the wait right until ding ding, what's all that about? We've got to be told by somebody. Oh, people are so stupid to have a ding ding to tell them to get another drink. Just get one at 10:30, or don't go out as late. I don't know what the answer is, but there's always been a problem with bar managers and things. I used to know a guy at a pub in London next to Carnaby Street, and he always said it could be a night, really quiet night, and maybe 10:30, 10:40, bear in mind they close at 11. 4 people will go in for last orders, and they'll get 4 pints each or 3 pints each. Well, I mean, and he's sitting till midnight. He's made nothing all day, and then they're going pals in later. And it's a complete and utter shambles, the licensing laws in this country, and the culture of drinking. I don't know where it comes from, because no other country I know of has this mad dash to the bar, and we're all so keen to get there, aren't we? It's all a bit of a miss, man. If you have any comments, please let me know. I'd like to know why we have last orders, why people panic, why they rush to give the money away, because normally people don't like wasting money, but is alcohol a waste of money? When I look back, definitely. Of all the thousands of pounds, hundreds of thousands of pounds I've spent wasted on alcohol, or lost productivity, or things I've bought where because you've had a few drinks, you'll buy stuff where you don't want to, where you wouldn't normally buy it when you're sober. You wouldn't buy a blue suit, with a red piping on it when you were sober. You think, God, well, that's ridiculous. But you bought it and you just stick with it, don't you? Or you make crazy purchases. I remember buying a car once, a new car, when I'd had a few drinks. Oh, let's just get that. It's so many £1,000, just stick it on finance. And I hadn't been obviously cool enough paid, but about that time I thought, oh, just keep it. So you do stupid things when you're drinking, don't you? You buy things and you go to places you shouldn't go, you overspend. Most drinkers, and I've noticed as well, never have any form of savings plan. Now I'm sober, I've now got a savings plan. That's because of my partner. Over a year ago, who was very supportive of me, she said, you need a savings plan. I've never had a savings plan in my life. Even when I was married, I used to take the money out of the savings to drink. So it completely ruins you, doesn't it? Financially, physically, mentally, your whole world falls apart. Employment-wise, you lose your ambition, you lose your hope, your mojo, your whole life just caves in when you drink too much. And I think it starts with the culture, but it starts with the person. There's a lot of complications in this. I've been doing these videos for about 6.5 months now, and there's so many different angles to it, as to why people drink. Why can't they stop? Do they want to stop? Or the active addiction? How you get to the stages of what I would call social medium drinkers, and then moderate drinkers, then heavy to dangerous drinkers, and then complete addiction. What gets you that stage? Why do you become like that? There's so many questions. I welcome questions from yourselves as well, because there's a lot of people on the channel now who are far more knowledgeable than I am, got a lot more experience in this field than me. I'm telling you what I went through and how I nearly died with it. And I think I had a normal drinking career, should we say, not career, but a drinking pathway. It started off in my teens, then it developed into social drinking, and then I was in a drinking culture job. But I'm not going to blame the job, don't get me wrong, because a lot of professions drink, so the police just drink a lot, but so do the armed forces, so do firemen, so do solicitors, so do doctors, so do nurses. Any job where you've got a group of people that always say, there's always a do, isn't there? I mean, my job, there's always a reason for a drink. Oh, somebody's been promoted, somebody's been demoted, somebody's left, somebody's leaving, somebody's divorcing, somebody's getting engaged, it's Dave's birthday, he's got a new dog, he's bought a new house, oh, look, he's got a new car. There's always an excuse to drink. Oh, it's Tuesday, we've done 3 days on the trot. Monday, we've done 7 night duties on the trot. Oh, we'll finish court early, let's go for a drink. There's always something, isn't it, in life, where people go for a drink. Oh, I'll meet you on Monday, where should we meet? The coffee shop? No, let's go for a pint. I meet people now in my hometown who I haven't seen for years. Obviously I don't drink, but I'll still go in there and have a zero drink. The first thing I say, oh, I haven't seen you for years, fancy a pint? They don't say, I haven't seen you for years, how's your wife? How's your daughter? Or are you still in London? Or whatever. I say, haven't seen you for years, fancy a pint? That's what people say, isn't it? Haven't seen you for years, fancy a pint. That could be a new video. Anyway, if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe and please share them. It's really an educational channel, this, but sometimes you've got to lighten up a little bit. And if you can control it, then fair enough. But if you can't control it, you've got to get off it and you've got to cut down and get some help, because it can be done. You can save your life, or we're going to try and save some lives as well in here. So be mindful of that, be mindful of the dangers, and I'll see you all soon.